Welcome back, guys. Here, back from the intermission, right before what everything has built up so far today, and we've seen what a series it was. The first full 5 game series, I think, which
Mhm.
obviously leaves hope for what comes next, which is the grand finale of the TCS eSports League, with the runner-up, or you could say Arcticgaming, going against the favorite in that case, Servette Geneva eSports. And guys, I feel like even though the statistics once more tell us who's gonna win, this is not gonna be an easy decision to make on who's actually going to win, right?
Yeah, I mean, like when I look at the at this those two teams, my brain instantly goes to Servette, right? It's just the names because Servette has such a history of winning those events. But like Arctic beat Lausanne in the first series, and they really did a great job. Now, in this case, I would still give it to Servette, just because like we talked about it a lot earlier about the experience Servette has, and Arctic now I think they are pumped up. They're not gonna um, let Servette just dominate the whole game, but it's gonna be very tough for them.
Now, Karach, I think if I remember things correctly, Arctic Gaming and Servette Geneva Esports in the regular season went out both winning one of those series. How much is this even a factor here anymore? Do we even care about what happened so many weeks ago potentially, or do we just focus on what happened today, which was, for example, the upset that Arctic Gaming has shown us?
I think we can just focus on today. I mean, the league we saw before that Servette won against Sir and Sir won 3-0 both times against them. So it's LAN is always like something special. It's not like playing at home online. So yeah, I think we can forget that games and just focus on today and see this final how it will go.
And you can see the average on the screen. Everything was in favor for Servette Geneva Esports except like the saves ratio, and you could argue that Arctic has to save so much because they get pressured so much, right? So it once again looks really dire for the side of Arctic Gaming, but Stroby, he came in quite confident in that winner interview earlier today, and their youngster also seemed to be on fire, especially in that last game they had, and that that leaves open the question for the player matchup. The matchup of today or the MVPs. Is Stroby even the MVP, the clear MVP for Arctic, like Safari seems to be for Servette, or how does that play out now?
I would say Stroby is the MVP in a way that like he manages his team in a way that everything seemed so clean in the first series. Like he wasn't the one that everyone was talking about, like out of the plays and the crazy dribbles that Milox and Yagi did. But Stroby is just such a solid third man as their captain, and yeah, he's just a very good backdrop for them. And it's hard to say who's the MVP on the team, but Stroby definitely they couldn't do it without him, and he's like someone I would really want to see pop off in the series. We haven't seen too much of him in the first one, and I just want to see Stroby get in there.
Now, Karach, what do you think is it that we have to especially look out for? Is it those standout players, or is it just the general team performance, or what is it really?
In case of Arctic, it's more a team performance. They have players that can pop off, like Milox did before this morning with that insane dribbling, or Yagi in the last game really popped off and scored 3 goals. But I don't know, for Servette, it's more they have like Safari really carrying them out. He's so strong, he can really carry the whole team. With Zach having some ups and downs, yeah, I guess we have to look out for that. If how Arctic will play, if they're still confident, like they showed us this morning, this early afternoon, or if Servette just can take it with their top players. We will see.
Now, obviously, before the players, we see Stroby on the screen get their chance to claim victory. You guys get a chance between one another to claim victory in our prediction game. You're tied up 1-1, so
Yeah.
Syntax, how's it gonna go?
Dude,
Tell me.
I was so close in the last series, man. if Sir won that last one, I would have been the happiest man on earth. But still, congrats to Lausanne, of course. But it's going to be tough because Servette, of course, the land champions here in Switzerland. Arctic did have their boot camp yesterday. They are on great form. But they did have like a 2-game break now, so I'm not sure how warmed up they are. Same with Servette. I'm really hoping for this to go into a really far series, so I'm hoping for a Game 7. I think Servette's going to take this 4-3.
Karach, what about you? Is it going to go to Game 7? Is that longer break that Servette had a problem, or what are your thoughts on this problem?
To be honest, I don't see it going to Game 7. I think Arctic will start to lose somewhere in the series and lose a bit their confidence, and Servette will come out strong, and I'm guessing for a 4-2 for Servette.
So you've heard it, dear guys. The last game is coming up for the trophy you see right next to me. It's gonna be Servette Geneva eSports taking on the side of Arcticgaming, and one more time, obviously, we want to send it over to our lovely friends from the north, or not exactly the north, as I was being told. So please, Jay Bacon, take it away.
Since when was England the north from here?
It's
I'm pretty sure it's
diagonal.
west. Yeah,
That's
somewhat
it.
diagonally west, right? I'm not sure where the north comes from there, but anyhow, whatever. Anyways, so many months ago, we saw these two teams qualify directly from an open qualifier. Me and you, Bacon, casted both of them, making their way through to the TCS eSports League. And now here they stand as the last two teams at the end of it. Arctic and Servette. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't expecting to say Arctic and Servette. I was expecting to say Lausanne and Servette. But curiosity just killed my cat, Bacon. What does you think?
What does I thinks?
Yes.
I think at the start of the season, before everything happened, with league play, with the qualifiers, I think I put Arctic at that time as the second best team coming in, just because Servette had that change over the sack. You know, we thought that was going to be a bit of a drop, you know, after last second bringing that player, because Skyline, remember, originally on that team, went over to Mouse Sports because Servette had a national team and a international team. The RLRS guys went on, and of course Servette quite handily, you know, sold their team off essentially. You can't blame them there. Mouse Sports coming in, great for Rocket League. But they had to change the national roster up because, of course, losing Skyline meant they had to replace him. They actually brought in the Portuguese lad, Sack, and he has just been a massive strength for them. A real depth of skill in that lad. And so quickly, Servette became the second again, because realistically, when you were looking before, Arctic was third behind Servette with that, you know, change. You were there, okay, Arctic should be able to step it up. But here at LAN, they really have stepped it up. So this is the two most experienced teams in the whole of the Swiss region. Absolute veterans of the scene, and now they are fighting out for the greatest trophy of them all, the TCS trophy. It is just glimmering there on the analysis desk, but only one of these two teams will be able to lift it later on.
And a great shot to start things off from Servette Geneva, with a great defensive being posted up by the Arctic side. They want to prove that they're the best in Switzerland right now, and again, both these teams have their best chances. Predictions real quick. I'm going 4-3 Servette. You still agree?
I actually put this 4-3 to Arctic. Boom.
Boom. Well, there we go. First minute of game one, currently playing up to the favour of nobody, as we don't see a goal come in definitively, but it has been a very, very offensive play coming in from the Servette Geneva side. Stroby in particular winning out the fight for control, and Yagi back over towards the crease to the top side, getting off the back ball, trying to play it back into the centre. A good shot could come through, but Flav's going to take it away alongside Zafair, clearing it towards that midfield. So Servette Geneva take control once again. It's Arctic. A return to the box all the same. Stroby in particular with a nice set up for his teammates to try and dunk it down once again. It's Yagi in the mid-centre. Stroby going to back right off and take control over to Milox's angles. So no goals to be scored just yet. Arctic and Servette are getting close, particularly Servette, with Zafair getting a shot on target, but Stroby able to defend.
Yeah, and both these two teams are feeling now each other. They know the weight of this last series. It may be a best of 7, but you do not want to go down in game number 1 whatsoever. So they're just trying to push, they're trying to prod, they're being cautious with their attacks, and they're basically just playing the control of space game.
Ball in for Stroby's angle. Good shot on target. What a mistake from Arctic, also from Servette Geneva, I should say. Arctic
don't
played it
expect
perfectly.
these.
You absolutely do not, and Sack just, ouch.
I will
man.
say, though, you do not rotate in defense like that, so Sack should have not been there.
And it's funny as well that you see him making the first big mistake out of the entire series, whereas, you know, oh, never mind. Big mistakes coming through from the kickoff. Who was that that made the net? It was Sack himself. So that's 2 times in a row.
So actually, Sack there on the kickoff, he did his job. It was sort of like, it's the 50-50 on kickoffs there. It is the follow-through. Milox got so much power from that follow-up, and that been purely because he did not stop. Normally when you do the chase up, you sort of slow down behind, see you're ready. But no, that was perfectly lined up. He just followed through with the hit and got so much welly behind it. That was just a straight up easy goal for him.
Ball into that corner once again. It's Arctic with a 2-0 lead. And again, great control coming in towards this orange half. Stroby going for a good shot of his own right. Sack now to rotate in and try and see if he can make amends for his defensive mistakes. Back in towards the shot in the centre, and Flav will take it back over off the backboard. Second man, third man to come through. Zaffair's a little bit too far forward, so against Servette Geneva going to look a little bit worse for wear as the ball goes back around the centre position. Yagi against Zaffair will try and challenge for the ball. Milox will also challenge for it all the same, and now Stroby pushes it all the way over to the orange half. Flav to return it across the back wall and on towards the backboard of his own right. Milox will take it away, and again, 2 minutes and 30 ticking past. It's a 2-1 series for Arcticgaming. Servette Geneva, a little bit uncharacteristic, but finally a good shot will come through from Flav. It's defended by Yaki, though, and Arctic are not going to let the easy ones get away.
Yeah, Servette is just seemingly a bit too withdrawn. They're not men here, they're mice, it almost feels like, where they don't want to go through and finish off the attack. They'll put a couple of prods towards the net, but not a finisher in sight. Unfortunately, watching the broadcast account, what you guys are seeing, if I was like doing my normal color casting at home, I'd be looking at stats here because there are so few shots put on by Servette.
Yeah, so few right now. The ball goes back into their half. Meanwhile, the shots continuing for the Arctic side as Yagi takes it off the side wall. Milox back into the defense once again for the Arctic side. Servette Geneva got Flav to take control of this. Milox actually outfakes it, puts a little bit of momentum behind the ball, and also wins out the fight against the likes of, I believe it was Zaffair. Off the backboard, Sack back in the mid-center. Oh, that's dangerous, but a 3-man commit is going to get dangerous of his own right. Milox once again off the backboard. Yagi going to try and find his position towards the left-hand side and does chip it up. 25 points of boost, though. Surely he can't go for a flip reset! Oh my God! Arcticgaming!
Stroby, why steal, buddy? Why? That's... Everything was so good. I'm not mad.
He's laughing.
I'm just
He's laughing about it.
Oh, yeah, you got to. That sort of thing is, it's that enjoyment from the team where they take little digs at each other like that. That's what propels them. It's such a fun squad.
And Sack back off the backboard. Flav trying to redirect it in, but the inaccuracy is hurting the favourites of these series. Servette Geneva cannot seem to score a single goal in this first game with 60 seconds remaining as well. Arctic looking like they're going to take a convincing first game above Servette Geneva in the grand finals. This is not what we were expecting right here. The ball goes back into the box. Flav will be able to follow up with a defensive. Milox back into the center. Again, takes it away for Arcticgaming. Flav back in for a good shot, setting up Sack right there. There we go. Good chance to fair a little bit too far forward, but he still gets a shot on target. 1 on the board. Servette Geneva finally scoring opener, but 30 seconds to make up 2 more.
Actually, if we look at this, Servette have been quite slow in their first games all day. It's been a bit weird. So this is them waking it up. And so from now on, definitely into game number 2, we should see Servette turn it up to that next level. Arctic will probably take game number 1. Don't get me wrong, still 2 goals difference between this, and it's doable in the last 20-odd seconds. But from now on, Arctic have to be careful, make sure that they carry the momentum into game number 2, because Servette now have that killer instinct again.
Ball back in for Flav. The fair score. Oh, consolation, almost pushed in by Yagi of his own right, but does push it out to the post instead. Still balls on target. Flav, backboard. Stroby going to push it out the way. No third man to come through and save it, but doesn't matter too much. Again, just the stalling time coming through for the Arcticgaming side. They're going to take the first game of our best of 7 series. I know it says best of 5 on the screen, but that's wrong. Best of 7 for Arctic, and they take game 1. Hey-oh.
Look, sometimes
Mandems and the crew know how to be on the ball. They know what's up.
They'd be listening to us.
Yeah, okay, signs up again. Arctic are going to take game 1 of the series. And again, relatively convincing fashion there, Bacon. You know, as you say, not a lot of shots being put up by Arctic, but a lot of them went in versus Servette, who had a lot of pressure, but the defensive just kind of held face.
Yeah, so it's all about Arctic just being careful, essentially, and they're just waiting for those moments to strike downfield. And as I said, not Los what am I saying? Servette, that's the first time I've ever got names mixed up.
For the entire season versus the 50,000 that I've managed to do across the entire 6 months.
But no, that's the first time that Servette sort of didn't want to finish off plays. They were too withdrawn. You saw then at the end, towards that last little section, they were then finally sending that third man in. They're just too conservative with their plays, and this is a lot better from them. But Arctic is still seeing the gaps, and they're moving the ball around superbly.
Ball out for Sack, tries to dunk it down in front of the box, trying to get Flav set up, but in the end, the fair will come through. A long play coming on. The backboard touch, second man to come through, and actually Flav puts it off to the right-hand side rather than the left. So a bit of inaccuracy again coming through from Servette Geneva's setup. Ball goes back into the centre for Arctic. Good touch in from Sack, but Yagi pushes him out of the way. The fair to follow up, but again, it's too high and too wide. That's a bit far for Servette. Now it goes back into their own half of the pitch. The fair to try and pinch it down. Yagi's been set up perfectly for this. And Sack will be back in the back line, just able to save it regardless for the Servette side. Again, ball back in after the corner. Sack dunks it down, allows Sethair a bit of room to breathe, but Milox will get there first because he's already on the backboard. So Arctic playing perfectly around Servette so far. It's still a minute on the clock, though. Still 4 more minutes in anyone's game right here as the first is finally scored by Flav and Sethair.
And all pressure. Look, they needed this for so long. Brilliant little follow-up here. Sethair putting it towards the centre, and then the quick follow-up. They need to do more of this, Jade. Like I said, they were too conservative, too looking to hold the midfield line. When Arctic are too good for that, they can see the space, and their hit accuracy is brilliant at the moment for Arctic. So what you do is bring it in close and don't give them that time to react. Don't give them that time to place their shots.
On Mastromi's part, trying to get it back in for the Arctic side. Servette got close, but no cigar. All going out towards the corner. Sack off the backboard. Milox control. Flav with a little bit of boost, going to be able to get control away from Sethair's part. So Servette playing back up against each other in case someone misses. Another player is very quickly in position to keep it in the offensive line for Servette Geneva. Sacking towards this corner, going to try play into the pass. Good shot in for Servette to take it, but Sethair's not going to be able to do anything with that. Instead, the ball goes back in to that corner. Now Stroby away, Sack shot on target, going high off the backboard. Flav going to keep it inside that corner as he is challenged and beaten to the ball by Arcticgaming defenders. They are still in the lead here. Servette Geneva have all the pressure going. Eventually, if this timer runs out, Arctic will lose the game.
Will indeed. Ooh, the demo coming out from Stroby could really start up an attack here as Milox puts it high, but unfortunately a little bit too close to that backboard where the defenders are able to get up on and make clearances from. Big counters coming out from both sides.
Probably even bigger for Servette, of course, the fact that they've got the goal advantage times taken away, the pressure keeping applied towards the blue backboard. At 2 minutes and 30 left, Arctic only a goal behind. Now no goals behind. Pass in from Stroby, gets to Yagi perfectly, and we're back in at evens.
Yep, even Stevens now. As this is a lovely little play here from Stroby, straight out to the centre, and Yagi, oh, he's just going to force that through, brute force that one through.
Just like that, we're back to evens once again, you know. It's a confidence showing from Arctic, so eventually
that's going to be the story of this entire grand final. Evens
absolutely.
all the way through.
Evens all the way through. As Flav now takes the ball away. Yagi rotating once again, the striker of the last goal, and now the defender of this phase here. Stroby and Milox back in. Good set up against Sack's position. Actually, that's going to be favourable more to the Arctic side. Servette trying to take control away, but they give it to an offensive play from Milox. A shot on target. Now Sack and Sethair following through. Sethair with great ball control, pinching it off. Denies any ball momentum, and actually that sets up the defensive more than anything else for Arctic. I can see what he was trying to go for, but angled his ball to absorb the momentum rather than keep it channeled and going forward. So again, it's going to remain at evens as the best chance for Servette is going to be wasted.
Yeah, good little analysis on the fly there, Jay, because it really was. Because he landed on the ball with the underside of his car. It did just as well, but what he needed to do in that situation was trying to get the bumper angled and then just near enough pinch it out towards the middle, and hopefully a teammate would have been there to just, you know, sweep it on him.
Ball out once again. Flav away. Stroby with control. Milox missing. Yagi takes it back away. A Sack. Ooh, shot on target, and Milox can't get it in. Stroby, what a clutch to rotate back in and hold it on for Arctic. It felt like Servette Geneva had everything rolling to the favor of their lead again, but not to be in this case. Still, they pass back in. 2 players missed on the offensive line. Sack's going to be having his opportunity completely wasted by his teammates. And now Arctic south for the counter-attack. Can they turn this back around? Can they get a second game? Can they get a second goal is the real question. Going back into their half, Sack's going to try for it on the Servette side. Now going off the the ceiling. Into the backboard, nothing will be scored.
No, but what you'll look at, oh, that's a big, big whiff. Milos is going to be able to jump on this. No, if it seems better off it. That contention up in the air, you can see a lot of different mind games are now coming into these last 30 seconds, where it's all about that pressure, that presence, but it clearly isn't about that shot accuracy.
Yeah, again, the accuracy, the thing that's hurting these teams the most, the fact that they get so close.
That's what shot accuracy is, and that was a good clearance to really put on some pressure.
10 seconds remaining as Flav to Zafair. Passes in, good shot on target. Milox and Yagi combine to defend it on the double commitment, but that may have been enough considering the time numbers. Milox actually has a good chance, but he whiffs his car control, flipping his way back over to the left rather than to the right, rather than getting the goal in. And the time hits 0. The ball is barely held up by Sack, but finally it will touch the floor. We're in overtime for our second time of the day, Bacon.
Yep, overtime part 2. Second one.
Appropriate considering we're in Switzerland.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Zurich's more of the German side of Switzerland, not French side, but, I mean...
I told you I failed geography, right?
Yeah.
The ball back into the backboard of Servette Geneva. It's a fair, good shot in, set up for Flab, but Yangi's going to beat him to the ball as Arcticgaming recognizing the dangers faster than Servette can capitalize on him. Now Yagi back in, great double touch off the floor, but Sack's going to take it away once again on the defense. Servette denying every chance for Arcticgaming in the same sort of way that Arctic are denying for them. A great passing play in for Servette. Again, it's to the right-hand side. Again, the nerves getting to the favor of one of the best players in all of Switzerland. As Flav misses his shot once again, it's back towards the box. Strobing with control, great dribble. Oh, he's going to win this out. Not quite. Sack again with a clutch rotation is going to deny that one overtime goal.
Yep, and now you've got to be careful. This counter-attack, the infield pass, the pop. But Strobe, the captain, leads by example, making sure that that defense holds solid. And look at this quick counter. Well done by Flav to put it up in the air, but Strobe, nuh-uh, he ain't letting that one get past him to the net.
Sack still not going to give up that easily, though. He's got the offensive play back over towards that corner's affair in the right-hand wall. Flav, shot missing. Yagi's going to beat him to the ball again with a 50-50 challenge that works up to his favor. Now Sack back in, good shot towards the box, but again, not going to go in. Yagi takes the ball in. Zafair passes back down over towards Sack. Good shot on target that Strobe's going to take away on the 50-50 challenge of his own right. Zafair back off towards the defensive line, because it looks like Arctic are starting to slowly get their way back out of their own half. They are getting returned every single time, but one good offensive player has tended to work out rather than the sheer pressure that Servette have on the blue backboard. Pass in towards the fair side is going to get cleared away by Strobe. Now they will have to finally rotate back in towards that corner, because here comes the offensive play from Milox. Flav will finally clear that back in. So Servette going to keep their offensive line held, at least for the moment chance, but not taken.
Look at that hard defense still from Strobe. He's near enough stop being a defender and become a goalkeeper, it feels like, where he's having to hold that line, because these attacks coming out from Servette require such solid defense. Servette are really playing the pressure game and waiting for that mistake. On the opposite side, Arctic are counting on a counter. Who's going to come out on top? It is just basically a battle of the strategies.
Whose strategy is going to find the first line, find the first mistake. 2 minutes and 30 in the overtime. We've played a game and a half of Rocket League so far. Ball goes back in off that backboard. Zafair's going to try and maintain control right here for the Servette Geneva defensive. Good challenge on Strobe. Now Sack comes back around, rotating in from the corner. Touch out, setting up Flav for a chance. Then Milox drops it right back down to Zafair's angle. Ball in, Yagi. Secondary touch going to be set up for Strobe's shot. Zafair going to rotate in. Milox tries to outfake it and tries to get a bit of disruption going against the defensive line, but Servette are not going to fall for that one. They're smarter than that. Yagi once again off the backboard. Zafair with a doink to get it back out of the way. Strobe in with a shot. Sack takes it and puts it out to the corner instead. So Arctic and Servette fighting for time, fighting for the goal, fighting for whatever they want. Finally, a clear will come through from Sack. He takes it from the corner, drifts it back around, tries to bicycle hit it back off the backboard. will be unsuccessful in this case, so very quickly Arctic are going to be able to return fire and keep the pressure rolling.
Yeah, you can definitely see Arctic is struggling to maintain pressure. It's not in their style because, once again, they're still focusing on that defense, having that third man back. But they won 2 plays with the striker and playmaker upfield. Really, really effective and making Servette sweat a little bit.
Oh my God! I can't believe that's the way they score it in overtime.
The mistake, I said it.
The one mistake is a pretty dire mistake as well. Oh, Yagi. That's got to be tragic right there. I mean, Servette are smiling about it, but ouch for Arctic. And yeah, you can see they're not happy about that one whatsoever.
No, but they will be able to just shake it off and come back. You know, that's the equalizer game. Like we said, this whole series is going to be even Stevens. Stroby, if we can show that on the stream with the perfect 666. I love it when stuff. Let's. It was a devil of a game for him, but he's got to come back stronger now. He's got to ascend and become an angel.
That is true, actually. I mean, like, I mean, it's kind of arguing in either sense. You know, the devil of the game for him. He was the top performer on his team in that regard. But for Arctic, that's just not enough. They're going to get equalized at 1-1 now on this here board in the series. Ball back, setting up perfectly for the opening goal of Milox, though, and Yagi will assist to try and ascend a bit further.
Yeah. Stroby, sit back. You've done your work now. Let the other two, like, you know, pick up the slack a little bit with a fantastic little play there. Getting the opening goal. Yeah, Servette, you might have just got game number 2, but we're going to open game number 3 with an absolute banger.
Ball out from Zafir now off the kickoff. Send it up to the mid-flay. Great aerial dribble back off the backboard. Sent an up touch for Sack to come through and get a good shot in. He's a little bit too far back, so couldn't quite reach it in time. Flav still in with his chance, but Yagi will take it away and beat him to the ball. That was Zafir returning from the back line. Quick rotations coming in from Servette Geneva's players. Stroby defends it, puts it out the way. Milox takes back of his own right, trying to get it back in that midfield, trying to go for a solo play, but Zafir is the man to challenge and put that back into the mid-center in no one's control. Now in Servette's control. It goes into that corner. Again, Yagi. A touch away. Zafir with a chance alongside Flav in that midfield. The ball bounced perfectly into his position, and Milox will miss entirely alongside the wall. Now over towards that corner. Yagi bouncing it up. Chance to be taken, but Sack's going to take it away from them. Good touch in to set up Milox for control. And he gets demoed out by Flav. So every turn that Arctic takes, Servette are there to try and shut them down.
You know it's an EU LAN final. In this case, Swiss is in EU. But you know it's that when it's all about defense and controlling games. Sack trying to out-control his opponents. But the defense, I said it's a two-parter, holds so strong.
Able to hold on for Arctic so far. In the lead and not letting go of it, even if it is by only a single goal. They'd love to have a second one to secure it, but this will be enough to win them the game. Put a 2-1 on the board here in this best of 7. Ball out towards the box. Flav going to take a shot. Sack to try and recover it. Cannot get his touch in. Trying to find a good redirection that puts that inside the back of the net, but Flav now back off the crease, back down towards Servette's position, but neither him or Sack are going to commit. Eventually when they do,
and that's a
they
double
commit to it, yeah.
No one from Arctic seeing that and being able to pounce on it quick enough. It gave time here for Servette to get back in place, but that really should have been punished. Stroby just letting that roll on past. He's trying to fake it there, actually. But these punishments are not coming through because everyone's just playing a very predictive game. And
as you were saying, no punishments.
No punishments coming through, but where is the defense? Like, why did they double commit on that other ball on the side? It makes no sense to me. That's a baffling one.
It's a punishment, what it is, mate. 2-0. Favor to Arctic right now. Servette looking a little bit shaky right now in this grand final. And they've already taken a game. We're 1-1 up, so I'm suspecting that there will be a bit more for them to show us. And finally, a good clear will come through. But Yagi's able to read it and account for it, picking up the 100 boost in the back corner. Stroby also in with his chance. Back away, touches out from Flav. Milox to follow through with a good touchdown. Second touch is not going to come out for him, but Yagi follows it up anyway. He goes off the post instead. Flav pushed back in by his teammate to try and take the ball out of player contention. But for Servette Geneva, this is not enough. They have to break out of their half, which they've been struggling to do all game long so far. They need to try and find a passing play that gets them into a chance for a goal. So 2 minutes on the clock. It's 2-0. Arctic with full control of this one. The Sack takes it. Flav backs off. And Servette and Geneva just adjust.
Milox is going to be happy because in that corner he's getting bumped around something rotten. And he still was able to hit the ball, you know, make it a little bit of a distraction, and he got to pick up the 100 boost calendar stuff from the corner. It was like a couple of little happy accents for him, really.
Stroby high off the crossbar, Flav back in. It's Melox away, Flav back off the backboard, second touch from 6, going to miss out this whole thing. Instead, Zafair back off the wall, trying to aerial his way back in for the backboard touch. Second touch will come out. Flav with a good shot opportunity, but Stroby takes it away. Zach will try and keep the pressure in that blue half, but the clear comes out. Melox going to try and follow it through. Zafair will push it out to the corner where 2 players of the Arctic side are waiting for him. Now Sack and Flav. Sack's out of boost. In fact, Flav's got 77, really should be further forward than that. Now Sack's got to go boost hunting as they try and get an offensive play together for Servette.
Yeah, and you saw there that Yagi was trying to slow it down. The back pass a little bit questionable. Flav will be able to get on the end of this, but a brilliant block there from Melox is going to be able to stop it on out. And that's what it's just coming down to for the Arctic side. It's just block, block, block. You've got 2 goals. Let's hang on to them.
The key thing as well is that they can get such easy blocks and easy plays because right now, Servette are not playing like a team. Although that being said, finally Sack is going to get a passing play off that backboard to set up the likes of Flav and get the
Unintentional pass,
first.
though. It was pinched against the defender, which threw it far enough back for Flav to get onto him, and no one from Arctic was expecting that. It was an accident, that goal. But it's a good one. It's going to be able to give them a chance. With 50 seconds left, a goal is so within reach right now.
Flav back in, good touch, good centre up shot, but Flav was going to miss by a small margin. Sack will try and follow it through. Yangi with a great defensive as Melox tried to rotate back in. 36 seconds affair with a chance back over to Flav's position. Yagi will take it away and go right down the other end of the field where there is no one waiting. It still goes high from Stroby's shot. Yagi to try and recover it, put it back inside that corner and try and stall for time for Arctic because there's 23 seconds left and they are in the lead. So that need a desperate clear as Flav takes it back in. Yagi with a good shot on target. Zafair again out to the blue corner where Stroby is lying in wait and Sack going to try and follow through with a good offensive movement. 10 seconds left. The Stroby comes in with a clear. Zafair dunks it down. Sack to come up with a shot. Oh, it's close, but it's too far wide. Just pushed out of the way by the disrupting defenders. Last chance saloon for them. Zafair takes it up into the corner, but they're going to try and let it kill right here. Sack, Zafair, no way! Oh. Denied at the last second, and Arctic just hold on to their control.
We have had way too many of those on the line last second opportunities today. I don't think my heart can take any more of them, really. But that's now 2-1 into Arctic's favour. We're going to have back and forth throughout this entire series, aren't we? Servette are going to go take this game. You can feel it. It's a pattern emerging. Yeah,
very clearly it's a pattern emerging right now for the boys over in the Arctic and Servette camps. We look back over for one more game here. 2-1 up for Arctic. Not quite match point. Of course, best of 7 rules in case you're not aware, in case you can't read the top of the screen. Ball back in towards that corner as Melox tries to start things off. Almost managed to slip it past the defensive of Servette Geneva. They've taken their time to discuss things in the past, but they're very quickly into this one off the back foot already. Now Flav setting up Sack. Good chance to take it all the way here. Can't challenge against Melox, so he just keeps that ball in the pressure. So they have to rotate back into the center, and he just can't quite beat the defenders to the ball. So Flav in his own right. Melox putting it away. Over to the corner. Stroby takes control. Sack in with a very good shot that Yagi will be able to defend. So no chance for Servette on this one. They've got a lot of good plays, but Arctic have been rotating and accounting for every single one.
Yeah, but Servette go, once again, that real aggressive nature should be able to see them receive a bounty. They're trying to mix up their attacks. So look at how they're going in from wide into the center, and then on the flip side, sometimes they'll go with the attack straight from down the center and put on these little fakes. Nice.
Little fakes, as you say it right there. Watch this again from Zafair. Completely out-faked Stroby, who thought he was going to come out and rotate into that left side. He had to quickly pick up the pace. And obviously, Servette Geneva could just read it so easily. 1-0 on the board. There we go. They're back in the game. They're back in the lead for the first time. Not this series, sorry. For the first time since game 2, actually. The ball back in towards their half of things, however, inside their box. Servette not going to hold control for much longer. Yagi, in fact, going to set up Stroby for a good shot. You can't quite seem to get the accuracy in play. So it's up to Melox. Get it down and out once again. On target shot that Sack will be able to save. Melox will rotate back, go look for boosters. Stroby and Yagi trying to keep the pressure going, and they will be able to do so for the moment. But again, great defensive being thrown up by Servette Geneva. Going to deny every single chance they can. Get cleared back over. Zafair to Melox. Flav centering up for a teammate who's not there. Instead passes back to Sack. See if they can work with this. This is certainly possible. The backboard touch is a little bit awkward, and he can't quite follow through all the way.
Oh, the pinch through the ground though, and Flav reads it so well. Good stuff, Yagi. Pulling it off, which whenever I do coaching, Jay, it is literally, and I said it earlier, always keep a man between the goal and net like that from Melox. It just means your defense is solid. It only takes one player back in defense to secure it, but I would like to see Arctic pull out a cherry picker play, you know, send one downfield to receive all these massive clears which Arctic are sending downfield.
It's fair in for Flav off that backboard, trying to get it in centered up, but it's just not going to happen. Good shot in from Sack as he tries to slip it past their line once again on the Arcticgaming side, but they're not going to let that much go through. Now counter-attack for Melox as the fair and Flav able to get it back away. Yagi in off the backboard, centered up for the likes of, I think it was Melox to try to take that shot. Not quite, actually. Ball back in towards the right-hand side, 30 seconds to the 2-minute marker. We're at halfway, and Servette are up 1-0. Now Sack off the backboard. Again, it's Servette. Bring it to the left of the backboard. Missing out for the corner position. Flav now going off the corner board into Sack's position. Dunks it down. Yagi again takes it away. So Arcticgaming will hold the defensive again, just trying to keep themselves within one of the Servette's lead. Need to try and find a way to overtake them in this game.
Servette are just hunkering it down in their opponent's half here. They're not allowing it out. So much pressure. They're stealing all the boosts they can away from their opponents. Well done by Melox to get that around. But there needs to be another hit. Sack will not allow it. Good pass over to Flav. But that last line of Arctic is holding true. It's what's keeping this game at a 1-0 scoreline, Jay. But both of these sides are not happy with that 1-0 scoreline.
Absolutely. Ball into that corner. Servette want a second to try and secure their lead. They know that Arctic can turn this around at the drop of a hat. We've seen them come back from 3-0 earlier today. As Flav goes on target, Stroby takes the save. Keeps it high off the crossbar. Passing from Sack to Zafir is disrupted by Melox as he intercepts the ball between those two passing players. Sack still back into the center. Melox just going to put that off target, take it away from any of the Servette Geneva players. Jagger comes in with his own setup here, high of the orange net. Sack to follow through with 12 boosts. Zafir will take over for him. Second touch to come out. No, Melox again clears it downtown, gets it away from any one of the players for the Arcticgaming side. Shot on target. Opportunities with the fake. 2-0. Servette will take a solid lead.
That's not... Oh, blimey, that's not a fake.
I thought it was, to be honest.
Melox was going for the safe news there anyway. And he was playing a prediction game, Jay, and predictions are hard to do. We know, definitely on the analyst desk, they've been struggling with them every now and then. Today, I love how miffed Syntax looked there. That was beautiful. So worth it. But it is difficult to do, and of course, sometimes you mess up. You can't be right all the time. That's 2-0 to Servette Geneva, but we've got to remember, Arctic's still a game up in this series. They can take the hit here and still be on even ground.
30 seconds left as Flav puts it back into the corner. It's offensive play for Servette Geneva. Sack controls it, 40 boost on him. Backboard centered up again for Servette to keep that control back in. Flav passes a fair, good passing play. It goes wide to the left-hand side. Turn back in by the Arcticgaming side, but 10 seconds left. Stroby with a chance, as you could dunk this strike right down inside. Flav tries to defend it, and Stroby gets it in. So 1 goal scored for Arctic. Could this be the chance to go to overtime?
Kickoff goal? Question mark?
It has to be.
It's doable. We've seen it from Arctic. We saw it definitely from Sir earlier. Let's just have 7 seconds of appreciation for what could be.
No way.
Oh,
no
way! We asked for a kickoff goal, but not from Servette. They just wanted it that little bit more.
Of course it is. Of course it is. The chance is gone. And for Arctic, it's over. 2-2
in game
on the board.
Remember, this is a best of 7. That's 2-2. Oh boy, strap yourself in, buckle on down, because this is definitely a long series.
What offensive mishap from Arcticgaming in the last part of that one. That's a big old rip. 2-2 on the board, though. This is going to become a very, very even series, I feel like, Bacon. But what a play from Flav individually to get that hat-trick together, man. Just like so much ball control, dribbling around every single player. He's great. He's fantastic.
Look at that communication coming out from both sides now. They know this is a battle of the minds. Stroby literally leaning over and probably just dictating his team, like, you're going to do this. It's like he's the commander. On the opposite side, a bit more relaxed discussion coming out from Servette. It's interesting to see the two different mindsets between the two teams now when they're completely on even ground. As we always say, this has gone from being a best of 7 now to a best of 3. And Sack with the BM to start it out.
What? Well, I mean, that's 1A to one-up your opponents on a kickoff goal. What a play from Sack.
What a profile pick as well, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
got a
it.
great profile picture. I love him. I love Sack to bits. But there you go. 1-0 for Servette. Now going for another kickoff goal right here. The insult to injury to add this one on target. Back in for Melox's side of things, off the corner position. Flav and Yagi challenging for control. Sack also away. Yagi in. It's a fair out. Good ball control over to Stroby. A good pass in is going to be denied by the Servette side as they return. Go off the backboard. Servette with the double touch. It's right in there. Servette are looking on fire.
Oh, the fist bump as well. Well earned there from Servette. This is why everyone talks him up. Just pulls off this and makes it look easy.
And that's the key thing about this last couple of goals as well. Servette made it look absolutely easy. You know, to like easy styling, easy control, easy double taps.
They turned on the switch. That is it.
Literally, they're playing Rocket League on Switch right now.
Oh. Can we see the Mario Kart on... no, I think it gets changed to the Octane or something like that.
They're not on the PC. So.
Sad times.
Sad times indeed. Ball in from Stroby. Flav taking it back over towards that corner. Milok's going to keep that ball rolling for the moment in time, but won't be able to make it all the way out. Yagi also with a nice defensive, or awkward defensive. Stroby back in. Good shot on target. And that's a passing play from Arctic this time to get back in the game.
Well, they've seen that Servette can pull off some good plays and Arctic respond. What a little turnaround there from Yagi. Brilliant little pass set up by Stroby, I will say. 1 minute down, and we have already seen 3 goals. This might be a goal palooza in this one, Jay.
Goal palooza?
Yep.
All right.
Bringing back the bad memories from you.
I was going to say for a second there.
It's an inside joke, guys. Don't worry about it.
It's an inside joke. And I'm not going to bring up that inside joke. Ask Bacon on Twitter later. 4 minutes and 40 on the clock. Ball out towards that midfield. Affair trying to challenge for control. Sack's also in that position as both players trying to combine against Affair with a good shot opportunity. It's Flavels with a good shot opportunity that Yagi will put out to the left-hand side. So no chance for Servette to recover that whole situation. But Arctic, all the same, are not pushed forward. Good shot from Servette. Oh, Sack puts it a little bit too high, though. Follow up with the third man, and Flav is going to be cleared away before he can get there. Yagi beats into the ball, follows through towards the mid-centre. Stroby with a fantastic shot that's almost going in for Arctic, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, but Melox here with a big hit up into the corner. Jay will be able to drop that down. Safir, he's only slowing it. Flav has to come to the rescue. You got to think that's 2 players moved out of net. Not quick enough turnaround coming out from Arctic. And Servette are just playing the slow game. They're trying to wear down their opponents and just hold them at bay. It's like, you know, you always see it comically with little kids, like just holding your arm out, keeping them at arm's length away from you. That is what Servette are doing here.
Fair with an open net. That's not going to be looking good for Arctic right now. It seems like they've crumbled since that kickoff goal from Servette Geneva. 3-1 now here in Game 5. As they just cannot seem to catch a break. Servette are looking on fire right now, Bacon.
Yeah, I can definitely see, just looking at the cams here, the Arctic lads trying to pump themselves up. They've still got half a game in this. 2 goals just to square it up. I'm saying just to square it up, not take the lead, is so doable right now. They've just got to pull it out of the hat.
Indeed, they do. Flav back in. It's a fair control into the mid-centre. Off the backboard, secondary touch is almost on target. That would have been a great 50-50 challenge if we got that much back, but no. Just control for Servette. Still plenty of time on the clock for Arctic to return fire, which is the most scary part about this. Any more goals that Servette can get, you're just going to apply even more pressure against Arctic on that back foot. So goes over to their half, Sack with a great redirective touch back off the backboard, low towards the net. Zafair will try and get a redirect, but Strober's going to take it away alongside Yagi as Flav sets that up. It's a very slow ball back into the mid-centre. And Melox takes it, puts it on target. Zafair should be able to defend that. Sack comes in instead, but Strober another follow-up. Yagi with a redirection is not going to happen again, as Arctic messed up a very, very good opportunity, and Servette are able to return.
Interesting fake there as well from Melox to allow it to go into the corner. Not really too sure if these decisions that Arctic are going for, great demo there from Safair, will cause a little bit of pressure, but the defensive line is held. Arctic so far, what we're seeing is if they just have to defend, they're fine. It's when they have to defend and attack, which they just struggle to put that little bit extra out on Servette, because Servette are just playing that little bit faster, that little bit more dangerous with all these hits going wide, and definitely the follow-throughs are coming in. This is a completely different side than what we saw at the start of this series.
Ball off their backboard one more time. Flav going to come through. Yagi, 60 boost, will just let himself fall down on the floor instead. Stroby going to combine alongside Melox back into the corner. Flav away. Stroby back in. Yagi going to pass out to Melox. This could be good. This could be great, but no. A double commit from Seconds Affair is going to keep him inside the net as well. Melox passes back towards Yagi, and he misses entirely. Stroby got to back off as the ball control pumps back in, and the passing play is great from Zaffair and Flav. A hat-trick for Zaffair. 4-1 for Servette.
Indecision here. Look at Stroby caught between rock and a hard place. Not knowing whether he should go in, make the block, or completely continue back to net. And as soon as he questioned himself, Jay, that was it. Goal was scored.
Well, ball in. Yagi, control, trying to find a consolation prize for Arc to get themselves a little bit more momentum going into that last game, because it will have to be a mini reverse sweep, essentially, in a best of 7 to get yourselves back in control. Yagi with that ball control. Good shot on target. Stroby to follow up with a good shot. No, it's too far wide. And again, Arctic's inaccuracy. This is the worst time to start missing good shots on target when you've had 2 great opportunities. A pass back in from Yagi is going to be denied by Sack. Zaffair in to pass back to Sack, returning the favour. 5th scored, and now Servette are looking like the really dominant LAN team, the overwhelmingly dominant LAN team that we expect.
Do you know what kind of instrument Arctic was there?
What?
A fiddle. Servette played them like a fiddle and was just able to orchestrate such a beautiful little play. A fine tune, that one.
Not your pun though, is it?
Pun was pretty good, you're just jealous.
Well, Servette in on match point now and tournament point for the TCS eSports League. 3-2.
Smiling like something rotten. Look at that. Just happy lads there.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're within inches. They're
Can't
within
say the same for Optic.
Optic?
Arctic.
Oh, I thought you said Optic there. I was like, what? Optic entering Rocket League?
No.
Whatever. Anyway, maybe Optic might pick up Arctic.
we can hope. But both our predictions still on track here. You went with Servette 4-2. I went with Arctic 4-3. So both still possibles, you know, that's good. But who's going to come out on top? We've got to find out now, because 2 more games possibly in this. We're currently on match point though, and Servette, if they keep working, they keep doing what they're doing, they will take it. Arctic have to be careful with that anger, that frustration, because quite a lot of time, as we note, the salt piles up, you get triggered, and then it all gets lost. Arctic, hang in there, my dudes. Turn those frowns upside down.
Turn those cards upside down as well. You're going to need him to score some goals. Just about holding on. Melox with a great chance past the entire line of Servette. Arctic open the game.
Oh, this is what you need to get feeling good. What a play from Melox with the up and over, and just runs that straight home to the net. 1-0 Arctic.
Insane. Absolutely insane. The Sack going to try and return it back for Servette back into the centre where Zaffair takes it, but denied by Yagi. Again, close on his positions. Now going to follow through towards the corner. After this backboard, it's set up for Stroby, but Flav will be able to take it away alongside the double commit. So Servette trying to counteract for this, but Arctic are looking much better in this game. What a passing play, and what just general play coming through from these boys. Back in at 2-0 in the opening minute.
That just gives me emotions that I cannot fathom, that one. Such a good goal. Damn, son. Maybe it is the anger that awakens the bear that is Arcticgaming.
Must be able to turn it around, though. Again, they've got to get 2 games like this back-to-back to take the series and take the tournament away. Servette's tournament to win. The ball goes back into the mid-center. It's going to be taken away by Yagi again on the defensive of Arctic. Going all the way, all the way from the blue half. Servette, what happened here?
Overconfidence, I think, coming into this one. After winning 2 games in a row, Arctic, oh, they have been angered and they do not want to lose. But Jay, it's only been 1 minute. As we know, 4 minutes left, 3 goals, still super doable for Servette. They just have to get their house in order.
But you can see right now the inaccuracies are getting worse. That was a missed pass
They're
back into the
panicking,
center.
they're frustrated. Servette cannot handle the speed that Arctic are dishing out, and we can't handle the dabs that Aspartum's dishing out over there. Stop it, dude.
3-0.
Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help. 3-0. Servette try their best. Ooh, good touch from Servette. If only that went in. And a great chance to get the first on the board for the orange side of the pitch. But right now they are struggling to get anything done. Sack back into the center. Good touch. Close but slow. Flav cannot follow through as Strobe puts that out towards the corner. Now it's Sack and Zafir playing in against each other. Melox back over to the mid-center, going to return it here for the Arcticgaming side. Flav tries to take control, leaves it for Sack instead as both players use a lot of boost. Look very miscoordinated right now for the Servette side. Now Zafir in with a chance towards the mid-center is going to be denied by Melox. Sack to try and follow through. This is great, but not quite great enough.
They look very miscoordinated purely because they're each trying to take the whole weight of the world on their shoulders. They're forgetting about those team plays, Jay. They are frustrated, they're infuriated. They've got to start talking together and doing it as a group. This is brilliant now. They've finally got their house in order. Sack getting that demo was massive, but the problem is Arctic up there on Cloud 9 can just play the defense game now, which we've seen so far is their strength.
Too far forward from Flav. The clear will come through now. Strobe with a shot opportunity, be denied by Sack in that orange half of the pitch. Now Zafir with a good shot on target, denied by Yagi as he rotates once again to hold down the back line for Arctic. And Servette are having a seriously hard time at breaking them here. They've got a lot of pressure. They've got a lot of shots going once again. Sack in with a chance that Melox will be able to take away. Ball back into that corner. Flav missing. Yagi once again. Melox is out here. Yagi will look for the shot right back down. Good angle, good chance, but Servette able to defend it and keep it under a 3-goal lead. But that's a 3-goal lead they still have to overcome. Servette have struggled to break out, and when they have always ended up conceding the offensive opportunities. As time ticks away, they realize what they have to do. 3 goals to score, less than 2 minutes to do it in. It's such a difficult task, Bacon.
Yeah, Servette now have got it up to a 50-50 situation in sort of like the balance of the game. The problem is that those 3 goals just outdo that. This slow play from Sack is clever, but unfortunately a slow play is always quite easy to come in and block. That was a massive pull out to get Yagi away, but they needed a second player to just push that ball in, get it into the net and get that first goal on the board, because now Servette is looking like game number 6 is done and dusted, pretty much in favor to Arctic, but that game 7, it's still in anyone's favor. And these goals now to come out, push the envelope there.
Finally, a goal for Flav. Finally, a good chance for Servette, but again, 2 goals to score in 60 seconds. A lot of work for Servette Geneva to do, and maybe they can pull off another kickoff goal. If Flav did that right here, right now, I'd be stunned. But Arctic, 2 goals in the lead right now. Here they come. Sack back in. Melox wins it out. Yagi to follow through. Defense comes in from Zafir as he tries to follow it back out. Strobe into the mid-center. Flav to touch it back for Servette Geneva. Now follow it all the way around towards the corner. Sack back in. Good shot out to Zafir. Touch out from Strobe. Will be able to save it as Flav goes back in. Yagi control out with no boost. He tried to pick up the 100 on his way back around, but he missed it entirely. Still manages to carry it this far forward. They expect him to be out there. Strobe now set up as Zafir gets a good flick away towards the mid-center. Now following through on Flav's side of things. He misses out his shot, and Servette Geneva have a chance to play back in off the backboard. Sack to play it towards the mid-center. Again, Melox puts it close towards that box. Flav will have to take it away. And 15 seconds remain. Oh, no. Mistakes from Sack come back again, and now we're 4-1 up. This is Arctic taking us to game 7.
I was a bit worried there because it looked like Arcticgaming were overthinking their plays. You know, you saw the 0 boost because they were too focused on everything that was going on the pitch and not focusing on their boost situation. But clearly they've got brains that can handle that power. They've got the horsepower in the cars and in their minds been able to cause the own goal. Oh, game 7. It is almost like this was scripted.
I love how he looked around the room there. Just like, oops, did I just say that?
Did I just give it away? Damn it. Sorry.
Arctic. Look at the look on their faces as well right now. They know what's up right now. They know how very, very important this next game is. Again, this is the last game.
This is going to crown the first TCS champion. I know we've got Season 2 coming up, but taking the very first title has a weight that can never be rivaled. The first of anything, that's absolutely nuts. And Arctic coming in today as the 4th seed, we did not expect it. But here, they're denying everything anyone would have said. Servette, they've got to do the final denying if they can. But Arctic, all eyes are on you, dudes.
Ball in. It's Yagi with a great shot to start things off on the kickoff. Stroby back in towards the mid-center again, going to allow Milox a chance, but double commit from the defensive side as Servette keeps that in control. Pass back in from Yagi to Milox as Yagi gets demoed out by Flav as Milox takes control in. Good flick to set up Stroby, but Servette's going to get there first, and Slack will be able to follow it up back in for the Servette side. Good ball control. Denied by one player in the backline defense. Arctic not going to let them get control here for the Servette Geneva side as Flav goes back into the box, missing out. But Yagi gets a defense.
No quick opening goal here. It's been a while. I think since game number 3, we haven't seen that sort of situation coming out. Both these two teams will try it, but that's a massive overcommitment. Milox can see the goal open in front of him, but Safair gets there in time.
Yeah, just a little bit too far to the right-hand side there. Bacon able to rotate just in time. Sack coming through with a good shot against Yagi. I thought that one would have gone in, but no. Ball back away. Yagi into the center. Sack taking it in control, but Milox again challenges for that control, and Yagi follows through. Second touch, setting up Stroby. The bump almost came out. No one's back, as you say, but it's too far wide to the right-hand side, so Stroby can come through and just get that back out of the way. Milox will demo out Flav to try to take out some of the front line, so Arctic can get back on the pressure once again. It's Milox now. Over and out to the midfield, pinching it away from control, but Flav will find it anyway for Servette. So it goes back over to the box. You're going to have to rotate. Milox is already there to take control. Back in, can you get it past Sack? 50-50 challenge will be successful, but out of boost past the second, able to control it, but Sack finally wins out the fight. Goes in for a shot. Back on his own. No, Stroby denies.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keeping that away. Good calculated 50-50s coming there from Arctic. They're holding it straight, but Servette once again are putting that pressure. It's feeling like if Arctic once again can just gain that lead, gain the ground, put it down to Servette's side, they'll be able to get this win. But Servette are making sure that is not going to be the case.
Approaching half-time, still 0-0. Flav takes it over to the blue box. Stroby with a good clear. Pass back in from Servette to Sack. This is good, but it's not good enough. As Yagi defends it like a king. And Stroby comes up to follow through like his minion. Sack back up towards the mid position. It's now Milox that tries to clear it out to open space, get a little bit of breathing room for Arctic, but Servette quickly occupy it. And they get back under their own control. Ball back over to their half, over to their box. Yagi misses entirely. Stroby takes out one more man in the back line, but that shot would have been great if he was able to follow through with it. Now Servette with the control. Stroby challenges. Puts it out towards the corner. It's a back and forth game of challenge and clear with no team yet to break it and score a goal. It will go back into the blue half, but Yagi is there to defend it with no offending Geneva players. Back in for the shot of Milox, no! And there it is, Arctic, 2 minutes on the clock. They've got the lead. They are on the championship point.
Milox having the stones to stay downfield for that one, leaving one man back in defense to not only save the ball, but send it downfield to him. We've heard it, Jay, you've got to risk it to take the biscuit, and this is better than a biscuit. It's 1,200 Swiss francs on the line, and well, that all-important Season 1 trophy, which to most people is invaluable. You can't put a price on that.
Sack back away. Flav holds it, Milox in. Good shots on target from Servette. Will return fire. Arctic, you ain't getting away so easy. Servette Geneva are here, and they are here to play.
When you thought it was all Arctic, Servette comes through and slaps them back down to earth. Both these two teams can lose anything at a drop of a hat. They can make mistakes, but
okay,
dangerous.
I didn't see Milox there. I thought to myself for a second that was going to be it. Now Servette controls the ball back into the center. This is dangerous. Servette going to get challenged again by Yagi as Sack comes back around. Yagi with the defensive back towards that corner will be able to maintain control for the Arctic Gaming side. Passes back, Milox there, challenged all the same. He sets it up for Stroby to pass back towards Yagi. This is great, but Sack takes control again. Servette Geneva denying them at the line, denying any chance for them. With Sack once again in the setup. It's off the backboard this time, though. It's a little bit inaccurate, too far to the left. They still maintain control with Flav going for one more shot. Milox is there to deny.
Good placement from Milox as well, taking it to the corner. They've got to play this safe now. One mistake is going to cost everything from these two teams. The pressure, the tension, the stress is at a maximum high. Stroby trying to put that down. He's got a brilliant little play. Good block there from Sack. But these two teams now are just trying to force an error.
40 seconds remaining.
No way! Oh my God!
The error was not even forced! I cannot believe that!
You can see Stroby there slapping himself awake because now 37 seconds for Arctic to find a goal. Otherwise, all this work today, it's just got less value to it. Good pressure being put on from the start, from the kickoff, from Servette, who now, Jay, are just going to bunker on down. They're going to board up every single window and door.
Ooh. Challenges from Yagi, 20 seconds remaining. Stroby in towards the corner. It's Zach that takes it away. Milox out off the backboard. Can he get it done? Yagi back in once again. 10 seconds to set things up. It's directly in the center. No one's there to defend it. Stroby in with a shot, but it goes directly in the path of Sack. 6 seconds left to Servette Geneva. Tried to hold it down. Milox back into Yagi, but he misses entirely. This one's going all the way back there. Milox tries to take control, but Flav tries to kill it, and he is successful. They can breathe a sigh of relief as Servette Geneva come through all the way from the first qualifier of TCS eSports, and they are going to be champions of the first season of the TCS eSports League.
Oh yes, a team of first in Arcticgaming. You can see the displeasure on their faces there, but you have to give them a pat on the back. It is literally because they saw it hope. It was teased in front of them like a carrot on a stick, and they thought they had that carrot. Unfortunately, not to be in the end. I'm expecting to see some big hugs come out from these lads. There you go. As so much was played for here, so much was earned, but at the end, it is going to be Servette just literally etching out by a single goal in Game 7 to be crowned the Season 1 champions of TCS eSports League.
As you say, you know, credit to Arctic, man. They came into this tournament as the 4th seed. They were going up against the 1st seed of Lausanne. You know, they were essentially the underdog team. The fact they made it to the grand finals, they could be happy about that, and you can see they are kind of happy about that as well, you know.
It's that initial stress after the loss where you're just there like, oh, we were so close, and then afterwards you just all hear it go, we came second.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, we came second.
Exactly, you know, like you can't be mad about that much baking, you know, like, you know. Credit to them, it was an amazing grand final that went all the way into 7 games. You couldn't have asked for better from the Servette and Arctic sides.
No, you definitely couldn't, but looking at this now, we can see the first teams ready, because we have to do sort of like a gifting ceremony, the prize ceremony.
It's Christmas.
Hey. Christmas has come early as these players, as they're going to be getting a big fat check. So, guys on the desk, I think those players are ready for it. Sharper, take away, buddy.
Or not? No.
Are they not ready?
Are we ready?
We're a little bit premature. We just want to give these players their awards because we're actually for it.
We've been working to this for 6 months, so I want to give them a prize.
Some of these players, you got to think, like you said, Servette got in that first qualifier in May. That's how long it's been, because, of course, the qualifiers were a long process, because we had to find all 8 of the teams, of course, back in May. So that was from May to early August, and then at the end of August, I think it's the 23rd of August, that's how long ago the first day of League Play started. So it's nuts that this whole journey has come to here. I mean, we started so early this morning. Remember, we get flown in like at 6 a.m. was our flight yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember, didn't even sleep yesterday. It was that early. But getting flown through all the way out to Switzerland to cast this land, and it's been such an epic event. Well worth the trip for all these players, and of course, well worth the trip for a lot of the guys at eParadise. Which, I mean, the off by later. If you're around Zurich, come hang out, because it's going to be absolutely awesome, no doubt. Okay,
well, enough time. And that's all from us here in the casting booth. For now, it's time to award the teams their prizes. As we hurry it back over to Sharper on the desk.
Yeah, and this time I'm ready for certain. We have phone checks sorted out and what agree. So, without further ado, I obviously wanted to introduce our 4-place team. Team Sir, please come to me. You're not gonna go home empty-handed. We're taking 4th place. Give them a round of applause. Let's go behind me. And now to the podium, the top 3. In the bronze medal place, you could say. The favorites this time around didn't come through. Los eSports, please join me as well still. You made it to the 3rd place. Still an accomplishment. And hopefully we can also see you guys back in the next season. Also a round of applause for those guys, please. Thank you very much. This way. And now, just as we have seen, they nearly made the miracle happen. They nearly wrote their own script today. A round of applause for the 2nd place, coming in as 4th seed, Arcticgaming. A well-deserved 2nd place here. They showed until the very end that they were worthy of 1st place. This time came just short. Thank you guys still. And now, obviously, for the last part, some faces we have seen a lot of times recently in the Swiss esports scene in Rocket League. Please welcome the winners of the first TCS eSports League, Servette Geneva eSports. Now, before you get your check and your trophy, a few last words. It's been hell of a year. I think I've interviewed you for like, I don't know how many times here. How does it feel?
I'm done.
You're done?
Game 7, it's so stressful, and then something like that happens. You're just, all the pressure releases.
What were you guys talking about after Game 6? Because after Game 5 you looked so on point, and then suddenly Game 6 happened, and 1 minute in you were 3-0 down, and like it felt like complete chaos in your mind. How did you reset from that point to show up strong again in the last game?
Well, we said to each other, this is the match, we have to win this. So we kind of, I don't know, we reinforced, and it went out well.
Well, is there anything you want to say to your teammates, to anyone watching, any last words before you get to claim your prizes?
I would say thank you for teaming up with me. It was a pleasure playing with you, and thank you for playing so good. And thank you for the TCS. It's been a nice league, and it's very nice for setting something up like that.
Yeah, totally. And in that case, you can put away the microphone, because now first you guys are getting your check. And then obviously, not only you get the trophy of the first TCS eSports League final. Servette Geneva eSports, your winner of the TCS eSports League Season 1. And with that, this concludes our day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the teams for showing up, showing great sportsmanship, great performances. Obviously, thanks to everyone behind the scenes, to our great casters from the Northwest, I was told. And thank you to TCS for making all of this happen. We hope to see you around for the 2nd season. So see you guys and have a great evening.